Welcome back to the channel, and this is part 2 of the Beautiful Game tutorial. Just to recap real quick, the first one was on philosophy, which is mainly going to be finding mismatches, prioritizing high percentage looks. Part 2, which we're going to go over right now, is going to be on freelances, and part 3 is going to be isolations, post-ups, and pick and rolls. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start by setting up the offense. Go to offensive settings. The order doesn't really matter, but it helps with consistency. Jazz number 1, 7 seconds or less number 2, flow, and then finally Princeton Chin. I've been using these for the last 2 or 3 years now, and not much has changed. So if you want to see more in detail breakdowns, I have other videos covering those. We're going to start with flow. You're going to have a down screen where the high post is and a back screen on the other side. You can curl this screen. Let's watch it one more time. Side is switched. You can curl it to the inside. I got a mismatch here, so you can just back the ball out to the perimeter and insert the ball back into the post. Watching it one more time, you got a down screen. The next progression is going to be a pick and fade, and he's going to flare all the way to the corner. On the opposite side, you're also going to get a exit screen. So we're going to see this right now. So here comes the flare, and look at the bottom of the screen. You're going to have this down screen which you can hit and curl it to the inside. Each of these freelancers are going to have 3 primary options, and for this next option what we're going to do is take our time. We're going to dribble to the high post side, and we'll have this zipper cut to the top. After passing it here, you have a flare all the way around to the top, and you also have at the same time a screen at the bottom of the court. Whenever the ball is being held on the wing, you'll get this this screen that you can hit coming around the corner. If you hold the ball a little longer, they'll set a double stagger coming back to the top or a pin down. We're going to move quickly to the Jazz freelance. Now, pay very close attention to the point guard. He's moving over to the opposite side of the court, and then he's going to move back to the original side. What this does is it brings over the guard from the opposite side and allows you to run this, which is called the twist action. So we're going to get that cross screen, which you can hit or get a switch. You're going to get an inside ball screen, outside ball screen, and then you'll get a down screen to the wing. Multiple different options from this set. Let's go over to the next look. Again, we're going to go to the weak side of the court. If you pass the ball to the corner, it gets a guard-on-guard pick and pop. But what we're going to do this time is swing the ball. There's 3 different options that happen. This is my least favorite. You pass it here, and you get a hammer action on the weak side. Let's take a look at the next action. All these are triggered randomly. This one we're going to enter into the post. We're going to get a little bit of split action. Very good movement here. And then again, anytime something doesn't end well, doesn't end clean, you can always go to a pick and roll. Now we're going to be moving over to the 7 seconds or less. For this very first one, what we're going to do is hold the ball in the middle of the court. We're going to get a pin down screen, and it's going to be on the side of the center. Center's on the left. We're going to get a pin down screen, which we can curl. Now we got a switch. We can post them up and make sure that we get our spacing and isolate. Now, if you choose not to hold the pin down, center's on the right this time, you'll get a pin down for the center, which you can curl, or he'll come by and set a pick and roll, and you can attack the big. So the next option, it's going to involve us looking down to the corner to who we want to pass to between the 2 corners. Janet Green, which is on the left, is the one I want to pass to. So I give the ball to the wing, and it's going to set a pin down screen. That's not open. I pass it to the corner, get a little bit of cross action, and then lead him to the basket. So if the person is on the opposite side, as this next clip, like we're going to go with Kawhi. If they're on the opposite side, then instead of passing it to the wing, what we're going to do is dribble the ball to this little marker that's all the way on the left side. We're going to get a pick and fade, and then we'll get a pin down on that corner where we wanted. Not a very clean pick. LeBron was able to get around it, but a very effective way to get the guys' screens coming towards the basket. Anytime the ball goes to the corner, you get a little bit of cross screen. Again, always lead to the basket. Get a little bit of action for either the center or the opposite wing. Lastly, what we're going to do, we're going to pass the ball into the corner and then immediately pass it back out. I'll wait for the action. Pass it back out, and then we'll swing the ball. And this is going to trigger some cross screen action, which again, you always want to try and lead when possible to the inside. Going on to the next one, this one's going to be Princeton Chin. We're going to get a 2-guard alignment, and many of these are going to have universal positions. In this case, it's going to be Duncan and Parker. And on the entry pass to the high posts, they're going to both cut to the basket. If you choose not to pass to either one of these, and both are usually good if the defender is covering either one of them. If you choose not to pass, then you'll get some floppy action, which you can either curl to the inside or you can run. You can immediately transition into a pick and roll. Next is going to be to swing the ball 2 passes. You get a back screen right here, which ends up becoming a good way to beat pressure. You'll get a screen here, and then a down screen. If you wait a second, you get another down screen on the other side. So a lot of good actions, a lot of movements. These are the main 2 ones that I'll use, but here comes the next one. The next one's going to be called Shuffle. On Shuffle, you're going to hold the ball a little bit, pass it to the same side guard. You get that back screen here, a little shuffle screen here. Immediately pass it to the big man. As soon as the icon comes up, you get a down screen and a back screen. So there you go. A lot of action here. Final option is going to be from the wing, passing it to the corner. You get a cut through, you get a back screen, and then you get a screen coming from the other guard. Again, end everything with a pick and roll. If you don't have a clean enough look, we're going to watch it one more time. This pass here is usually very open. If not, this one is also usually very open. Good ways to attack the basket and also to beat zone.